Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Before You Summon. As the 3rd year anniversary celebrations come to a close, we are moving into our first ever unit event of the 3rd year of Project Sekai, and kicking off the story is Vivid Bad Squad with their event Burn My Soul. Burn My Soul will run from October 12th to October 20th and is a cute attribute event. The commissioned song for this event is called Crazy, or as Akito and the gang would say, C-R-A-Z-Y. This song will be given to you through your in-game mailbox on October 12th and has a Sekai version and a virtual singer version, but no alternative vocal available as I record this. This is a Akito focused event with the rest of the Vivid Bad Squad cast and Luka taking the supporting roles. And the event synopsis reads as follow. In order to surpass RAD Weekend, Vivid Bad Squad holds a strategy meeting with Ken. During the meeting, Akito has finally found a way out and tries to push himself beyond his limits in order to once again light up the fire in the heart of everyone in town, which has now gone cold. And following the story's conclusion, we will also get a afterlife that will run between October 20th and October 21st. Participating in the live during the opening period gives you 300 crystals and a stamp. The stamp this time around of Akito, called I'll Get You All Fired Up. And the virtual live item added this time around is another headpiece, and the headpiece this time around is of a boombox that actually covers your entire avatar's head like a helmet. As always, if you wanna pick up a headpiece for your virtual live avatar, it will either cost you 3000 virtual tokens or 1000 crystals. And running alongside the event is of course the event Gacha called Find the Exit that will run from October 12th to October 22nd. This is a permanent gacha, meaning that all 3 of the gacha cards will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends. And the first character in the gacha is of course our main character for the event, Akito, with his card Flame Passed On. Akito is a Scorer's Guild card with the skill name Once Everything Is Over Someday, and Scorer's Guild cards will grant you a 100% score bonus for 5 seconds. And Akito of course comes with a unique costume called Flame of Endeavor. The second character in the gacha is Kohane with her card Trying to Stay Awake. Kohane is a perfect Scorer's Guild card with the skill name When I'm a Little Older, and perfect Scorer's Guild cards will grant you a 100% score bonus for each perfect tap for 5 seconds at skill level 1. And Kohane comes with the costume Hot Air Girl. The final character in the gacha is Vivid Bad Squad Luka with her card Surprise Challenger. Luka is a Healer's Guild card with the skill name We Form a United Front Here, and Healer's Guild cards will recover 350 life and grant a 80% score bonus for 5 seconds. And Luka comes with a new costume Spark Sparkle. And coming off the 3rd anniversary, of course this event will return to normalcy when it comes to the exchange shop cards. We will have 2 exchange shop cards and they will become available once the event opens for the standard prices, with Anne taking the 2-star slot with her card Getting the Car. Anne is a Scorer's Guild card in the pure attribute. And this of course means that Toya takes the 3-star slot with his card A Brief Respite. Toya is a cool attribute card and a perfect Locker's Guild card with the skill name Where the Ignited Fire Goes. And as already mentioned, these will become available once the event opens, but that covers all of the general information you needed to know about Burn My Soul, so let's move over to the event team building instead. So before we get into the actual event team building, I will remind everyone of the 3rd anniversary changes to event team building. From now on going forwards, all 4-star cards will grant a baseline extra 10% event bonus. This is because Mastery 0 now grants a flat 10% bonus because of the changes made during 3rd anniversary. This does mean that on-banner cards now basically have an 80% bonus, and 4-star cards in the correct attribute and with the correct character is basically a 60% baseline bonus. The same thing also happened to birthday cards, but they only gained a 5% bonus at Mastery Rank 0, meaning that they are baseline 55%. To make things simpler when counting the cards, I will count all cards as 50% bonus, but do remember that 4-star cards is a 60% bonus baseline, and birthday cards is a 55% bonus baseline because of their mastery rank. It is still the character and attribute combination that brings you that 50% bonus that we're looking for each and every event, because every single 4-star card has the mastery rank 0 10% event bonus from now on. So of course, the Akito, the Kohane, and the Luka that arrives with the gacha will grant the new 80% event bonus. But that's not what we're looking for, is it? We are looking for the alternatives if you're not summoning from the gacha or if you don't get everyone. And starting off with the main character for this event, Akito has 5 available cards with a 50% bonus. This includes his 2-star card from the release of the game, his 3-star card from the event Close Game Offline, and 2 4-star card, 1 permanent, 1 limited. His limited card is his Colorful Festival exclusive card released in June of this year, while his permanent card comes from the event Power of Unity. And as a bonus, Akito also has a happy birthday card available, being his happy birthday card from the first year. Our second character in the gacha, Kohane, also has 5 available cards, including her 2-star card from the event Same Dreams, Same Colors, her 3-star card from the event Power of Unity, and 3 4-star cards, 1 limited, 2 permanent. Her limited 4-star card comes from the event Beyond Prayers, The Tomorrow We Wish For, while her first permanent 4-star comes from the event Awakening Beat, and her second one coming from the event Power of Unity, just like Akito. Keeping on track with the unit members, Anne has 6 available cards. This includes her 1-star card from the release of the game, her new 2-star card from the 3rd anniversary 2-star set, and her 3-star card from the event Legend Still Vivid. And she also has 3 4-star cards, 1 limited, 2 permanent. Her limited card is her Colorful Festival exclusive card, released in conjunction with the 1.5 anniversary Colorful Festival. While her first permanent 4-star comes from the event Awakening Beat, and her second one comes from the event Light Up the Fire. Wrapping up the unit members, Toya on the other hand has 5 available cards, just like Akito and Kohane. This includes his 2-star card from the event Stray Bad Dogs, his 3-star card from the release of the game, and 3 4-star cards, 2 limited, 1 permanent. His first limited card comes from the event A Song of Vows for You, dressed in pure white, while his second one comes from the event Close Game Offline. His single permanent card instead comes from the event Light Up the Fire. And wrapping it up, we have Vivid Bad Squad Luka, but since this is a unit event, this means that all virtual singers with the Vivid Bad Squad unit tag in the correct attribute being cute is capable of giving the 50% bonus. This gives us 7 cards with a 50% bonus from the virtual singers. This includes the 2-star Len from Period of Nocturne, the 2-star Rin from the event Scream, Welcome to the Forest of Wolves, the 3-star Len from the event Bout Beside You, and the 3-star Meiko from the event Cherry Blossoms Across Sekai, Interconnecting Our Feelings, also known as 1.5 Anniversary. And finally, 3 permanent 4-star cards, the first one being Meiko from the event Awakening Beat, the second one being the Kaito from Power of Unity, and finally the Rin from Light Up the Fire. And on top of that, since this is a unit-focused event, that means that all virtual singers with the blank or unitless tag can grant a 40% bonus for this event, meaning we have an additional 8 cards available with a 40% bonus. This includes the 1-star Miku and the 1-star Kaito from the release of the game, the Envious Tailor driven mad by jealousy from 7 Deadly Sins, the Happy Birthday Kaito from the first year, the Happy Birthday Luka from second year, the Colorful Festival exclusive Len from 2.5 Anniversary, and finally 2 new cards in the form of the 2-star Luka Origin Style from 3rd Anniversary and the A Song That Suits Your Frustration Colorful Festival exclusive Kaito from 3rd Anniversary's Colorful Festival Dream Pick. And the only minor asterisk for this event team building is that the 2-star Anne is brand new and came out with the 3rd Anniversary Gacha, so of course not everyone might have her. But this entire event team building is actually quite stellar, with 6 available 3-star cards, all of which being pretty old at this point, and 6 available 2-stars, 5 if we don't count the Anne, which is still an entire team. Of course, there's quite a few limited cards in the 4-star section, but we still have 3 entire event rosters available with a 50% bonus for this event, being Awakening Beat, the Power of Unity, and Light Up the Fire. I really do think that this is a stellar event team selection, even for new players, who can most likely fit their team with mostly 2-star cards and 3-star cards that actually fit the characters and the attribute. So I don't have much more to say about this event team building, because I just think that it is that solid, so I think we can already move on to the future usability of these characters. But while the event team building was really good, the future usability is really bad instead. All 3 of the gacha cards has not seen any future use as far as we can currently see on the Japanese server. This even includes the next coming event after 4th anniversary, as we know that is Mizuki 5, which is a Nycore 25 unit focused event. On top of that, Vivid Bad Squad has had a ton of events during early 2024, which means that I'm not so sure that they will be getting a ton of unit focus events during early 2025. So the prospect of future usability for the Burn My Soul cards are looking pretty grim, especially seeing how many options Vivid Bad Squad already have in the cute attribute. This really mars the gameplay value of the gacha cards from this event. Of course, there might be a cute Vivid Bad Squad event in the future, or a mixed event in the cute attribute with one of these characters, we cannot say that for sure, but as it currently stands, these cards do not have any future use as of recording this video. As for the exchange shop cards, it's a little bit better, with Anne seeing use during the event Best Picture Wrap that will run from November 30th to December 8th. Best Picture Wrapped has Akito, Nene, and Wonderland Showtime Len in the gacha, meaning that Anne is only ever available with a 50% bonus during this event. This does mean that the exchange shop card has higher gameplay value, especially if you do not have a pure alternative for Anne before that event runs. Toya, on the other hand, sees use during the event Whip the Wimp Girl that will run from April 30th to May 7th, 2025. In the Whip the Wimp Girl gacha is Anne, Kohane, and Toya, meaning that Toya is available with a 70% bonus, meaning that his exchange shop card is of lower gameplay value. But of course, if you're not planning on summoning from the Whip the Wimp Girl gacha, the 3-star Toya is a very solid alternative if you do not have another cool card Toya to use. But as always with exchange shop card, I do think you should pick up both the 2-star and 3-star card as always. Exchange shop cards are a great way to fill out your roster of cards, increase your character ranks, and earn some crystals in the process, so I'd never think that you should skip one, even if it is a bit of a task to actually acquire them. They are, after all, free cards, and they will be usable during the upcoming World Link events, where you need a lot of different cards to actually fill out the event team bonus. But that is for the World Link episode. For now, both Anne and Toya does see future use, and as always, you should pick up exchange shop cards because of their value and them being free. So, since we don't have much more to say about the future usability, seeing as none of the gacha cards actually have any, we can move over to the future limited costumes for Akito, Kohane, and Luka. And the first character to get a brand new limited costume is Akito during the event Best Picture Wrap that we already talked about during the future usability. As already stated, Best Picture Wrap will run from November 30th to December 8th and includes Nene, Wonderland Showtime Len, and Akito in the gacha. This is followed by a costume for Kohane during the event Take the Best Shot that will run from January 31st to February 8th, 2025. This is the third year Valentine's event and includes Ena, Haruka, and Kohane in the gacha. After this, Akito will get yet another costume during Rise as One that will run from March 30th to April 8th. This gacha is the 3.5 anniversary and is therefore connected to a colorful festival, with Tsukasa, Emu, and Saki in the colorful festival portion, while we have Akito, Honami, and Leonid Kaito in the actual event gacha part. This is followed by yet another event we already mentioned, Whip the Wimp Girl, that will run from April 30th to May 7th. And of course, as we already mentioned, in this gacha is Kohane as well as Anne and Toya. After this, Luka gets her first limited costume during Wedding Live with Everyone that will run from May 31st to June 8th. In the gacha is Wonderland Showtime Luka, and joining her is Minori and Nene. And the final event, including any one of these characters, is the event Over RAD Squad that will run from June 30th to July 7th. But included in the Bloom Festival is Meiko and Kanade, with Akito, Kohane, and Miku being the gacha characters for the event. So if you want a limited costume for Akito and Kohane, you're in luck, as there are a lot of great options, while Luka is currently in a bit of a dry spot, which is common for the virtual singers. But if you're not looking for one of the new limited cards, maybe one of the rerunning ones will entice you. And since I am a broken record, I will keep repeating myself so no one misses this information, but a limited gacha will only have 2 reruns, the second rerun being the final one we will ever see. After this, the cards in the limited gacha will join the Recollection Festival gacha that I've talked about in a separate episode, so I suggest that you go watch that if you haven't already. And because of this, I will call the second rerun the final rerun to make it very clear when you have your last chance on the dedicated gacha before it is discontinued. Speedrunning through it, of course, the first ever rerun of the Darkness Festa will start on October 15th. And since I screwed it up during the October showcase, the final rerun date of this gacha is actually confirmed for June 2025. This is followed by the first rerun of the Spooky Wolf Forest gacha that also has its second and final rerun confirmed for August 2025. At the same time, One With My Crew and the 1.5 anniversary gacha Yearning for Spring, A Moment in the Night will have their final reruns in November. This is followed by Scramble Flowers' final rerun in December and A Maiden's Hope for the New Year's final rerun in January. Knights of White will have its final rerun in February, while Escape the Rain will have its first rerun in May with no second rerun yet confirmed. And finally, Emotional Music March will have its first rerun in September of 2025 with no second rerun, of course, confirmed yet. And as of recording this, the October reruns have not yet been confirmed for the Japanese server, meaning that I do not know if Akito, Kohane, or Luka will be included in one of those. But for now, that is our final list of gachas, including Akito, Kohane, or Luka. So the selection of rerunning gachas is actually not much better than the new limited gachas, which is kind of odd to see. If one of the rerunning gachas interests you and the final date has been confirmed, please plan your crystals around it, as that will be the final time that gacha will be available as a standalone gacha before the cards join the Recollection Festival. But that leaves us with the final question of the hour: should you participate and summon from the Burn My Soul event? And the short and simple answer is, as always, yes. If you love these cards, you should pull from the gacha as long as you have the funds, and you should always participate in events to gain rewards. But of course, if you're still on the fence, there are some things we can point out. I really do think that Burn My Soul's story is a great way to kick off the third arc for Vivid Bad Squad. But I really do think that these cards feel lacking. The untrained versions aren't really standing out, and the costumes that you gain with the cards don't really capture my heart as much as other Vivid Bad Squad sets has done in the past. This is also a permanent gacha, meaning that these cards will always be available in all of your future pulls through pick list, happiness packages, and just random pulls you do during colorful festivals or other limited events. And of course, these being permanent cards, they are theoretically lower value in citation marks, and they also have not yet seen any future use on the Japanese server. On top of that, there are also a lot of great options already for the cute attribute when it comes to Akito, Kohane, and even Luka in different units. Everything kinda just culminates in a gacha that feels like a great kickoff point when it comes to the actual story, song, and just general vibes, but the cards just don't capture the same necessity and high energy. Of course, do not let me dissuade you. If you love these cards more than anything, you should definitely go for them, and I really want to hear in the comments why you love this set so much when I feel so lukewarm about the set in question. Still, I think that this is a great way, especially with the team building and just the general themes of the event, to kick off our third year of Project Sekai. But in the comments, please tell me, how are you feeling about this event? Are you excited to go into the third year of Project Sekai, and how are you feeling about the Vivid Bad Squad story? As always, I read every single comment, and I do always find it interesting to hear your guys' opinion. I especially enjoy it when you guys don't share the same opinion with me and tell me why you feel that way, because it always gives me a new perspective. But with that, I don't have much more to say, so if you made it to the end of the video, could you make sure that you're subscribed and have rung the bell so you don't miss any new event guides? And also, while you're down there, could you also leave a like and share it with a friend, as these things help me immensely in growing my channel further, making me able to make more content of different varieties. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for making it to the end of yet another video. And with that, I will not keep you here any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.